The majority stays in public housing called HDB flats. Now, due to land scarcity, the real estate prices in Singapore are among the highest in the world. For example, a three-bedroom private condominium such as that will easily cost between US dollar 2 and 3 million. A similar size HDB apartment is about 60% cheaper. That's why most of us, including myself, live in public housing, right? So that's about the property of Singapore. And now let's keep moving. Singapore is actually a small nation with just 710 square kilometers of land area. And the population of Singapore is about 5.6 million. So of the 5.6 million, 3.4 million are Singapore citizens. So among the 3.4 million Singapore citizens, Indians make up 8% of the population. Chinese 76%, Malay 15%, and the remaining 1% is of various origins. Okay, now due to our growing population, Singapore currently is the third most densely populated country in the world. And now, left-hand side, do you see the three-story structure? This is the pit building of our Formula One Singapore Grand Prix. It's a night race. They are all together 36 garages. We started our Grand Prix, our Formula One since 2008, and it is still continuing. Singapore flyer. Standing at 165 meters, it offers a panoramic view of our city. So a ride on this flyer takes about 30 minutes. And on a clear day, we will be able to see several Indonesia islands as well as Malaysia. So this flyer is one of the most popular viewing platforms in Singapore. So if you want to catch a flight of this flyer, go to Suntec City, approach our ground crew. They will assist you with the discounted ticket. Right? You need to produce your next boarding pass. So please keep your boarding pass for 1 week. It's valid for 1 week. And there is also complimentary transfer from Suntec City to our Singapore flyer. Singapore is also known as a garden city or city in a garden. So look to the map, you see a very beautiful park that is our Garden by the Bay. The concept of Singapore as a garden city was first introduced by our first Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, in the 1960s. So while developing this country, there was a conscious effort to pepper the concrete jungle with greenery whenever possible. So Merlion by the Bay was completed in 2012 and built at the cost of US dollar 700 million. They aim to showcase the best of tropical horticulture and garden artistry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, left-hand corner, you see the two shell-like glass structures. They are the temperature-controlled garden conservatory. The entry to these two domes is chargeable. They are the flower forest and the flower dome. Then the back of these two domes are those super trees. And there's also this elevated skyway. Now with height ranging between 25 and 50 meters, these are vertical gardens filled with flashlights. You may want to catch the free nightly lecture performances here. Again, if you are interested in visiting our garden, approach our ground floor at Suntec City. they will again assist you with discounted ticket as long as you produce your boarding pass. Singapore is a multiracial nation. I mentioned we have the Malay, Indian, Chinese, and many minorities. So there are altogether 4 official languages in Singapore, mainly Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and English. English is the common language, but the national language of Singapore is Malay. Why is it so? Now, the Singapore government actually nominated it after our independence from the Britain in the 1960s. Due to our relation with Malay-speaking neighbors, Malaysia and Indonesia. But in general, Malay is only spoken within the Malay community. Okay, now look to the park. You see many high-rise buildings and skyscrapers in our financial district. That is our CBD, Central Business District. Singapore currently is one of the largest financial centers in the world. Okay, now left-hand side, the iconic Marina Bay Sands Integrated Resort, MBS Hotel. So MBS actually features 3 cascading hotel towers, and it is also seamlessly combined business and leisure into a singular destination. We'll be seeing our MBS slowly when we arrive at our Merlion Park. That is a museum. It's called Art Science Museum. So it is referred to as the welcoming hand of Singapore. Now, although it has a permanent exhibition, this Art Science Museum mainly holds touring exhibitions curated by other museums. So the structure is also said to resemble a lotus flower. It's very eco-friendly. Why? Because it collects rainwater. Rainwater is then recycled to water the plants and also to clean the floors in the building. Art Science Museum is open to public. Making charge is applied. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right-hand side, you see our beautiful multi-colored stick. This is our Marina Bay floating platform. So in and south of Hill, this floating platform can bear the weight of 9,000 people and also 200 tons of big rock. So our multi-purpose floating platform has been converted to a concert arena, a performance stage, and also used sparingly as a football pitch. Now with a seating capacity of 30,000, it is the prime venue for our annual New Year's Eve countdown concert. Political building, that is the Hotel the Center. Designed by INA, this 73-story building was one of the tallest hotels in the world. So it is also home to our annual vertical marathon, where every year more than 2,000 participants partake in this unbelievable. It happened. Yes. From Middle meter all the way to 226 meters. And it takes only less than 7 minutes, sub 7 minutes. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, anytime here left to eat durian, right hand corner is your hotel durian. Not to worry, there's no durian soap in it. It's our and the theaters on the bay. So it consists of a theater and also a concert hall. The living cost of this durian is 600 million Singapore dollars, a kind of expensive durian. Now because of its prickly root, that's why local nickname it as the big durian. We never use the word as Lena, never the top secret now, of this province. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, the mascot of Singapore, Merlion, is standing tall in front of us. Well, Merlion is a mythical creature with lion head plus fish body. Why is it lion head? Why is it fish body? Fish body symbolizes our humble beginning as a fishing village before 1819. And lion head is inspired by our old name, Singapura. It's Sanskrit, one of the Indian ancient language. Now this Lion Pura is city. That's why we have another nickname, Lion City. Okay, the lion will be on our right soon. Now, pressing on the left, not to worry, later on our captain will make a U-turn. You'll be able to take a good picture of the lion. Okay, now we have to say goodbye to the Merlion. Bye-bye. So it's the time to go to Merlion Park and take pictures with the lion. Alright? Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, look to our right. You see our Marina Bay Sands Celebration Resort? Isn't it gorgeous? Now this is actually designed by a very famous Israeli architect, Moshe Shafir. The open in 1610. This MBS was built at the cost of US dollar 5.7 billion. With both 2,500 rooms, exhibitions and convention halls, shopping malls, celebrity chef restaurants, theaters, and also a museum. So it's also reported to be one of the world's largest casinos with 500 tables and 1,600 slot machines. Now look at this MBS. It was just designed to resemble a Chinese character Chan Mountain. Now in Chinese geometry, mountain means backing. We can choose the house or windmill. Alright. Okay, now look out, you see this 340 meters sky park. Now there you'll find this 160 meters infinity swimming pool with vanishing head. And it is 191 meters above the ground. So the infinity swimming pool is meant for the hotel guests. But as the non-hotel guests, we can go to the extreme left there is a viewing deck over there. So the viewing deck offers panoramic view or picturesque view of our city. So it's open to public and everything public of that. Okay, now at this NBS waterfront, you can watch the light music show at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. nightly. And the light water music performance is free. So feel free to come over here to enjoy the show. So ladies and gentlemen, right inside you see a very beautiful silver sphere floating on the water. That is an Apple store. So you want to get any latest Apple product, for instance iPhone 13, yes, you may go over there to purchase it. But for iPhone 14, we have to wait till September because it's not here yet. Alright, now let's inside. We see our beautiful floating platform again. So it can accommodate about 30,000 spectators. Every year, we have our 31st December New Year countdown here. Last year, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, it was not happening. So hopefully we will do it this year again. And let's enter all these things from for our National Day Parade. Last year was a very low profile one because of the pandemic. So this year we are going to have a grand one. It will be on the 9th of August. That is our National Day. And this year will be our 57th birthday of the nation. In fact, we are all looking forward to it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look to the front. You see the beautiful silver bridge, and it's our helix bridge. So they are all together 4 viewing platforms at this strategic location, providing stunning view of Singapore's skyline, as well as underscoring events taking place within the Marina Bay. Now, if you look at the design, it was actually designed, it is actually inspired by this DNA structure. So does it look like DNA, the bridge? I think it does, right? Cascading hotel towers on our right. When I say the 3 tall towers, you notice they are broader at the base and narrow as they rise. It is actually inspired by Bangkok Park, according to the architect Monty Sabir. Some of our friends here might know that Monty Sabir is also the architect of our Changi Jewel. Here is our Changi Park. You notice there is a very beautiful silver dome over there. Yes, that is also designed by the same architect of MGM. And now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we see our beautiful vertical gardens again. They are the vertical, they are the super trees. Altogether, 18 of them. Different super trees dominate the garden's landscape. And all these trees come alive at night with lights and music show called Garden Rhapsody. Twice a night at 7:45 and 6:45. Now, I personally strongly recommend this Garden Rhapsody. It's a show couldn't visit. If you have the time, do go to the garden to watch the performance. It's a free one, and it is also a good one. The center is our Singapore flyer again. So first sitting on the left, that's how you might have the opportunity to take a good picture of the flyer. Now is the time for you. Now on our way back. So not to worry, when we go on land, there will be no water slide. You just need to sit still and hold fast, right? 3 to 4 minutes to go on land. And now, can we say again? Not to worry, it's a very simple one, as simple as 1, 2, 3. For instance, I might just ask how many official languages are there in Singapore? So the answer should be 4. Is that easy? But I need your cooperation. Please do not Google for answer, okay? So please put your headphones away. Now, if you're able to answer questions correctly, you'll be given little souvenir cover. So, are you ready? Now, left-hand side, you see our ferry seal, Singapore flyer. It stands at 165 meters. So, my question is, how many capsules or how many cabins are there on the flyer? Right, you can set the count now, but if you don't make any guess, just raise your hand and I'll talk to you. Between 1 and 15, that's me a number. Anyone would like to start? Start counting. Very easy, actually. 36, 36. Okay. Any more? 28, that's right. Yes, it's actually 28. Yes, you did that or you counted it? You counted it. Oh, no. You either count. Okay. All right, ladies, you win a prize. Hold on. Now, this is a duck tour, so you win this very beautiful yellow duckling. Alright. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, this is for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. Okay. So for the first of you, please rest and relax because I'm going for the hangout. Okay, now for the rest of us, let's look at our land again. Oh, it's locked. Just hold on. Now inside the... Wait, wait, now, as you can see now, if you look further, you see the three-story structure that is the pit building of our Formula One Singapore Grand Prix. It's a nice race. They are all together 36 garages. Do we have any F1 fans here? Now just tell me, how many racing teams are there in F1? Between 1 and 3 teams. Now give me a number. Racing team will have Ferrari as one, but no, you already got your prize, so give others a chance, alright? Now racing team will have Ferrari as one, Mercedes, Renault, and so forth. So how many altogether? I've already mentioned 3, so definitely more than 3. No, so you already got your prize. Give others a chance. Anyone like to talk? Anyone? 18? Any more? 5 of you. Relax. Anyone? All the answers are not correct. Try again. 12? 10, that's right. Yes, it is 10. Okay, you win a prize. For you. Alright, I hope you like it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my game. I have no more prizes. I'm sorry. Now, 2 more minutes to go on land, and we are about to end our water tour. So we'll be turning left and going on land soon. Not to worry, no water flag, but it might be a little bit bumpy. So I would suggest everybody to hold tight again later. Okay, so now let's take a short break. land, please hold tight. And now our captain is going to climb up this very narrow ramp. It's a tough job for him. He has to do it very slowly and carefully. Safely landed. So, shall we give our captain a big clap for his beautiful landing? Thank you, Captain Park. So, that's the end of our water tour. And now let's start with the land tour. So, during the land tour, you'll find it very noisy and bumpy. Some of the friends here might have noticed right hand side, we have this army tank. Alright, we're not going for any war. This is meant for our National Day coming. Okay, these are all the army tanks. Now, so let's show you, find it very noisy and bumpy. So please bear with it for about 15 to 20 minutes and the whole journey will be over. So now for land tour, Captain will bring us around City Colonial Civic District. Why is it Colonial Civic District? Because Singapore was the colony of United Kingdom from 1819 until 1963. So over there we'll see colonial style buildings, churches and also war memorials. Okay, now during the water tour there was a mention of our Formula One Singapore Grand Prix. It's on the street circuit. So but the Grand Prix was not happening in the past 2 years because of the pandemic. But fortunately, a few months ago we received the good news. We are going to have our F1 back again this year until 2028. So F1 could never happen without a pit stop or a pit building. When you see it, beside that now, let's look at it again. It's on our left. The three-story structure houses race facilities, maintenance podium, grandstand and also guest hospitality lounges. No leisure activity right now. It is now in preparation for our Formula One Singapore Grand Prix, which will be held this year in September. Right, we're now looking forward to it. On our left. One public trip lasts approximately 30 minutes. If they are not, so the operating hour is from 3 in the afternoon until 9 in the evening, subject to weather conditions. If there is thunder, lightning, heavy rain, strong wind, will this suspend their operation for a while. The operating days every Thursday to Monday, including public holidays. Today is Tuesday, so it's not in operation. Okay, many buildings in Singapore were actually built on advice of Chinese romantics. For instance, left-hand side, the three tall towers of our MBS hotel is one of them. And now let's have a look at our right. We have this Ritz-Carlton hotel. If you look out, you see this octagonal window shaped like a Ba Gua. Ba Gua is actually ancient chant used to study Chinese romantics. These octagonal windows are believed to adopt good fortune and ward off evil spirits. So if you look at our Singapore $1 coin, you see this octagonal Ba Gua inscribed there. But that is just a normal simple design. It has nothing to do with any of the Chinese romantics. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, anyone here would like to have this alfresco dining? So on our left, we are going to see an outdoor food center, our Latin way on our left. This is the one. Still empty now. Now one of the stores is selling very good satay. You may want to try. Satay is one of our Malay cuisine. Barbecue meat, very tasty and yummy. Please try. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that Singapore ever had war? Although it looks so peaceful, it ever had war. From 1942 to 1945, it was under the Japanese occupation. During the occupation, there were several massacres. According to unofficial figures, the number of civilians who got executed by the Japanese army was about 50 to 60,000. Alright, so in 1967, we built a civil war memorial. Where do you see it? Right hand corner, do you see the 4 white pillars? This is the memorial. This is the one. Still empty now. Now one of the stores is selling very good satay. You may want to try. Satay is one of our Malay cuisine. Barbecue meat, very tasty and yummy. Please try. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that Singapore ever had war? Although it looks so peaceful, it ever had war. From 1942 to 1945, it was under the Japanese occupation. During the occupation, there were several massacres. According to unofficial figures, the number of civilians who got executed by the Japanese army was about 50 to 60,000. Alright, so in 1967, we built a civil war memorial. Where do you see it? Right hand corner, do you see the 4 white pillars? Right-hand corner, 1 o'clock direction. That is the War Memorial. So every year on 15th February, we have a commemorative activity there. Now, why is it on 15th February? Because on 15th February 1942, Singapore was forced to surrender to the Japanese army by the British government. So every year, 15th February, we have a lot of ex-servicemen, families, and others gather there to commemorate that fateful day. Alright, we'll come to this war memorial again later. And now let's proceed to our Colonial Civic District. Now, right-hand side, this is our Swiss Hotel, the Stanford. We saw it during the water tour, a cylindrical building. So this hotel was one of the tallest hotels in the world from 1986 to 1997. But now no more the tallest. Any idea where the tallest hotel is now? It's actually at Dubai, and it's called Hotel Gibraltar. So this hotel stands at 226 meters. The one at Dubai stands at 356 meters, so we could imagine the big difference. It's more than 100 meters taller than this building. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, this is the Swiss building. Now, ladies and gentlemen, left-hand side, do you see this tall white spire? This is a church. To be precise, it's a cathedral, St. Andrew Cathedral, the oldest Anglican house of worship in Singapore. So this cathedral was built in 1861 during British rule and designed by Macpherson. Macpherson is a British architect. So although it's an old building, it's already 160 years old. It still looks good, tidy and clean because it's very well maintained. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be turning left after the traffic light, and you will see a neoclassical building on our left. Right-hand side, this is our Capitol Theatre, the neoclassical building. It was built in 1903, again during the British rule. So it used to show a lot of Chinese and English movies, but now no more. It is now a venue for art and cultural performances. Because of road construction, you'll find the journey a bit bumpy. So please hold tight and enjoy the job. It's very fun. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, any guests would like to purchase any electronic items, right-hand corner, you see a big word Funan Mall. So over there you'll be able to buy many laptops, you can buy laptops, cameras, handphones and many other gadgets. Because it houses different brands and also offer a wide variety under one roof. So next. Many exotic cities in there, so feel free to come over here to enjoy your shopping and pleasant day. Okay, now left-hand side, this is our Supreme Court. Look at the glass structure. It represents the transparency of the legal system of Singapore. We are now turning left again. Right-hand side, this is our Parliament House, established in 1999. The architectural design attempts to reflect the sacredness of this parliament. Now, Parliament House is actually a place where our government officials debate and make decisions on all national matters. Alright, we are now entering to our civic district. Singapore was under the British rule for about 1.5 centuries, 1819 to 1963. All these left, right, all these impressive buildings were built during British rule, and they witnessed our colonial past as well as several milestones on our way to independence. Okay, now left-hand side, our City Hall. City Hall is also the venue where our first Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, declared Singapore's independence in the year 1965. And our right hand side, our padang. Padang is a Malay word. It means the green field. Alright, we have our National Day Parade culture very often. It's a very old padang. And over the past 200 years, it has seen the trials and tribulations of our nation. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see our Civil War Memorial again, which is the head on our left, the 4 white pillars. So because it resembles 2 pairs of chopsticks, so it is also affectionately called Chopstick Memorial. And there are 2 captions over there, Chinese and Malay. The words are Memorial of the Civilian Victims during Japanese occupations from 1942 to 1945. Okay, we'll be seeing it soon. And let's take a shot break here. Oh, the sky is very overcast. I'm sure it will rain later. So I hope you have all your umbrellas with you. Do you have any friends here able to read Chinese or Malay? Right hand side you can see a few Chinese characters. But you see 1942 to 1945 and next to it is the Malay version. And now let's turn to history. So in August 1945, the Japanese army surrendered unconditionally because of the 2 atomic bombs. And the British reoccupied Singapore. So when the British failed to protect Singapore during World War II, they lost their credibility with the Singaporeans. And the aftermath sparked political awakening and saw the rise of anti-colonial and nationalist sentiments. So after 1945, Singapore slowly moved towards independence. Self-government was granted in 1959. 1963, we joined with Malaysia, but the merger was very short-lived because of heated ideological conflicts arose between the 2 governments. 2 years later, on the 9th of August 1965, Singapore was separated from the Malaysia and became an independent nation. Thereafter, commenced Singapore's struggle to survive and prosper on our own. Now, however painful the past, we have to live and plan for the future without being hobbled by past experiences. So, from 1965 to the 1990s, we underwent industrialization and urbanization and actually enjoyed rapid economic growth because of our strategic location and also the favorable world economy. Today, Singapore is a vibrant and prosperous nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't happen like the change in the weather. It happened because of determined work over generations. So today we're still working hard, striving hard in order to keep moving forward. And we're sort of lucky because after independence, we had investment from the US, UK, Europe, and also from some of the East Asia countries, for instance, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and also Indonesia. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, let's keep moving forward. So we are now turning right, and soon you will see a unique building on our which is by CDL, City Development Limited. It's a local property firm. So this building was completed in 2016 and designed by a very famous British architectural firm, Boston and Partners. Now look at this beautiful wavy canopy. It is said to be one of the most unique friendly, very friendly canopy. So the geometry of this canopy is optimized to induce cooling air current so as to counter the effect of high humidity. Singapore is located in tropical region. Our weather is usually hot and humid. So this canopy helps to bring down temperature at least 3 to 4 Celsius. So let me just share with you some interesting facts about Suntec. The Taipei City is a foreign destination from Hong Kong. Established in 1995, it has a very big conference and exhibition center as well as 5 tall towers. So Hong Kong friends are very particular over Chinese humanity. That is feng shui. Literally means wind and water. Alright, we are now turning left and entering to the heart of Suntec City. Chinese humanity has a very great influence over the architectural design here. Suntec City is modeled after our left hand. So if you look to the front, you see the four tall towers. Tower 1 to Tower 5. They are the four fingers. And the southern tower on our left, Tower 5, represents the south. The position at the center of the park is a large mountain, and it is not mountain of well. So the water is not flowing at the moment. Later on, when we move around, we should see the water flows inwards into the center of the park. So it symbolizes retention of wealth and also brings prosperity to all the tenants and visitors in the city. In fact, Suntec City is making big profits every year. Alright, let's wrap up our duck tour. That's the end of our duck tour. Thank you so much for choosing our duck and hippo. So I hope you've enjoyed this amphibious ride on both land and water. Even though it's so noisy, bumpy and yucky, so sorry about it. Now notice our captain also helped to provide an exceptional trip experience. So shall we give our captain a big clap for his outstanding performance? Alright. Thank you, Captain Chen, for this fascinating journey. In fact, it's a very top job for all our captains here. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, as a guide, I only need to talk. But you know that we are actually well taken care by our captain. So remember the water splashing and the landing part? That was our happiest moment. But in fact, that is the toughest job for our captain. So we are about to arrive at our Suntec City safely and happily. And now to show appreciation, maybe we could just tip our captain for all his tough job done and also his good service rendered. So we do have a tip box around. Feel free to tip our captain with any amount, whether notes or points, doesn't matter. That one is just to let him to get a cup of tea or coffee, or maybe a cup of cold drink because the weather is very hot. So on behalf of Captain, thank you very much. Alright. Now later on, ladies and gentlemen, please wait for the vehicle to come to a complete stop. Then we are aligned group by group. First group will be the 7 of you here, second group the 6 of you, third group the 7 of you, and last group the 5 of you. Remember, safety always comes first, so please go slow. So once again, thank you very much. Wish you the best, good luck, and have a good day ahead. Thank you everybody, and take care. Thank you.